This house isn't haunted. This house is dreaming. Welcome back, everyone. For those who haven't subscribed yet, welcome. Here, we tell stories that are scary, strange, and sometimes even sad. This story is all of those things and more. Some houses are haunted. This one is dreaming. At the edge of the old road to Hollowmere lies a forgotten fork in the path. Most travelers don't notice it. Even if they do, they don't dare approach it. Many stories are told of that path. Tales of carriages broken by unseen hands, of phantom animals with eyes burning in the dark, and children taken by specters beneath the willow trees. Those who know better avoid the path after dark, but during the day, there's nothing to see. No twisted branches reaching out like grasping claws, no mutilated beasts caught in the undergrowth, only an inviting road disappearing between the ancient trees. To be honest, it's beautiful. The stones beneath your feet almost polished smooth by countless footsteps, and the air smells of pine and something sweet like spun sugar. After a while, you come upon the fork in the path, and that's where the choices are made. One path leads to the lake and the other well. Nobody knows what's down that path, but curiosity can be powerful. And there have been many souls who chose to follow the road less traveled, never to return. The house wasn't always there. Nobody saw it being built, but it just appeared one day. The people of Hollowmere could see it from their homes, a perfect rectangle against the darkening sky, crafted from pale wood, shining glass, and fresh white paint. Nothing else was there. No roof, no chimneys, no lights. Nobody saw anyone working on it either. All that changed on the third night when a pair of newlyweds moved in. A young man named Jonah and his wife, Lyra. Jonah was a scholar, Lyra, a dreamer. Together, they were looking for a place to start their lives. Somewhere quiet, somewhere nice, somewhere affordable. Well, they found it here, this house at the end of the world. It was cheap, remote, and beautiful. Not that it mattered because there was a catch. Jonah and Lily were the only ones who knew about it. Or to put it another way, they were the only ones who remembered it existing. Whenever they told someone about it, they would get odd looks and polite smiles. And after a while, they'd shake their heads and say, "Oh, must have been a fever dream." Yeah, probably a fever dream. But when the sun set and the villagers looked towards the hill, they knew the house was real. They just couldn't prove it. Jonah and Lily didn't care. They loved their home. The first night was quiet. The second night, there were footsteps above their heads. And the third night, they heard singing. Beautiful, haunting, impossible to place. And then came the dreams. Jonah dreamed he was walking through the house, room by room. He examined the walls and the furniture until he found a door he hadn't seen before. When he opened it, there was nothing behind it except a full-length mirror propped against the wall. He stared into its depths, and on the other side, he saw the house again, only older and colder. He felt a chill crawl down his spine, but he kept looking until he saw a figure move within the rooms. Someone was inside the house. Lyra had the same dream. She walked through the house. She saw the mirror and she saw herself inside it. It was a younger version of her sitting in a chair, reading a book. But when she looked closer, she realized it wasn't her reading the book. Her hands were still. Her lips weren't moving. She was just sitting there, like a doll. Jonah and Lyra told each other about the dream and they laughed. Maybe it was stress, a new house in a new place, new minds. But that didn't stop the dreams from getting worse. Every night they went to bed, they would argue. Sometimes they wouldn't speak for days. In their dreams, they sat together in the kitchen of that old house, not talking, just staring at the ceiling, as if listening. Then on the third night, they didn't wake up feeling rested. They woke up tired. Their eyes were red and their voices were a whisper. They barely recognized themselves. It was like something was draining them. Their memories, their emotions, their very wills. Something was feeding on their minds. That's when Lyra decided she couldn't take it anymore. She had to tell someone. She told the village elder, a kind woman whose wisdom was known throughout the land. Lyra explained the house, the dreams, everything. But when she mentioned the mirror, the elder woman stopped her. "Why do you talk about the mirror?" "Because it was there." "But that's not your house." "What? You're staying in her sleep." They returned to the house. The next day, the front door was gone. In its place, a blank wall. But the windows were still there. Looking through them, Lyra could see the rooms of the house. They were different. They weren't the rooms from the dream. These were larger, darker, colder. She could feel their emptiness. Then she turned to the bedroom. The door was hanging off its hinges, so she pushed it open and walked inside. The bed was draped in cobwebs. The wardrobe smelled of mildew. And in the corner, leaning against the wall, was that same mirror. Its surface was cloudy, like frost on a winter morning. But as Lyra stepped closer, the mist cleared away and she saw the house again. Only this time there was no one in it. She wanted to reach out and touch the glass, but the elder woman's words echoed in her mind. Not your house, staying in her sleep. What did that mean? Then Jonah stepped into the room. He had come to apologize. He felt terrible for how he acted the day before, but when he looked at Lyra, she wasn't there. She was inside the mirror. She was a little girl. She was standing in their bed, and when she turned around, he saw her face. Her eyes were hollowed out sockets. Her skin stretched tight over her bones. Her mouth was a gaping wound filled with needle-sharp teeth. She was beautiful. Lyra? She tilted her head to the side. A disturbing smile spread across her face. She reached out her hand. Jonah wanted to run, but his legs wouldn't move. He wanted to scream, but his throat was filled with ice. Lyra's voice echoed in his mind, staying in her sleep. Who was she? Why was she in there? What had happened to Lyra? He reached out a hand to touch the glass, but as his fingers made contact, the mirror cracked and so did his mind. Now the house stands abandoned. It's still there, untouched, unmoved. Anyone can look at it from the outside, but only if you close your eyes. Can it visit you? Some say it's just a house, an ordinary building with a tragic past. If that were true, why does it still stand? Why doesn't it rot? Why hasn't it fallen apart? Some say the house is haunted. If that were true, why did the villagers watch the couple move in? Why did they watch them leave? Why did they let them suffer? It's not a place you visit. It's a place that visits you when it wants to. Have you ever dreamed of a house? A place that you owned? A place that was yours? Have you ever lost yourself in the details? The color of the wallpaper? The shape of the windows? The size of the garden? Have you ever woken up and thought, where is it? Where's the house from my dream? What if I told you that you didn't lose the house? What if the house lost you? Elira the Ashborn will return. EP 7. The Clock with No Time. Coming soon. Thank you for watching. If you liked this story, please share it with a friend. We need your help to keep our channel going. Subscribe and give us a thumbs up. You can also find us on social media. Thank you. See you soon.